Well, there it is, guys. Some of us in the US who are just waking up woke up to a pleasant surprise with more info and gameplay footage on Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition and playable Vergil. Gameplay footage is from IGN and other channels, so I will link them in the description below. But let's go ahead and dig in. So I'm going to analyze a few details I noticed going through all the footage. This won't be an in-depth analysis, this will be more or less surface level. This really isn't the type of channel that covers, new game news or anything like that. But because I'm so passionate about Devil May Cry, I decided to just go ahead and cover this because it's just one of my favorites. So going through the footage, one of the first things I noticed for Vergil is that the Sin Devil Trigger bar functions almost identical to Dante's, no pun intended, with key differences being that he can shift out of the form at will instead of having to wait for the bar to drain like Dante. His SDT also works like it does in his boss fight and regens health over time, and also has the option to use other weapons outside of Yamato. And with that said, it looks like Vergil will have a lot more versatility than we initially thought he would have. So it would appear I wasn't far off in saying this bar would either be for summoning V or Vergil's Devil Trigger. Speaking of which, the V summon doesn't seem to be related to any bar and is more or less a move that can be performed at will. What do you guys think it could be related to? Next, the concentration bar will work just like how it did in DMC4 Special Edition, where it enhances damage, attack speed, and grants Vergil the use of Judgment Cut and while in Devil Trigger. And it seems it also affects Beowulf as well, giving him a new move. Although it seems I was incorrect about my theory that it would affect the size of his summoned swords. As we see when he uses heavy rain swords, it's significantly smaller compared to in previous games. Speaking of summoned swords, in case some of you haven't checked Twitter in a while, Capcom has decided to rename the summoned swords Mirage Blades. It's an interesting choice. I'm not a huge fan of it, as I said in my Twitter post if you follow me, but let me know what you guys think about this. Next, they've created a new weapon for Vergil in place of Force Edge, called the Mirage Edge. Now earlier, there was another name going around for it called the Miracle Edge. Of course that was corrected, it was most likely a mistranslation, but I do prefer Mirage Edge for this sword as a name. It actually fits, but what do you guys think about this name? Finally, for Vergil's bars, we have the Devil Trigger bar. It's confirmed Vergil will not have a regular Devil Trigger. Instead, this bar will be solely dedicated to his doppelganger. Am I a fan of this move? Not really, but the way they've handled his new Devil Trigger form, it makes up for it in a lot of ways. So I can't say I have a whole lot to complain about with, although getting used to his doppelganger gameplay will be a challenge for me personally, as I've rarely used it in Devil May Cry 3 as Dante. There's still so much info being dug up and found out. Just earlier I found out that the concentration bar will also allow for Vergil to block with quote-unquote finesse, which will be really cool to see up close and experience for myself. So I don't think I can cover all of the information that's coming out right now in this video within a reasonable amount of time, but let's have a discussion, guys. Tell me what you think about the changes, the new additions, and just overall Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, and what else are you hoping to see? And as always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you didn't enjoy it, hit dislike, no hard feelings. If you really liked it, then maybe subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. And a special thanks to the Infernal Works modding Discord once again, and Amaze. You guys rock. Peace, guys.